So a couple of weeks ago, the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, said this to the American people. Listen up.
We do not
אנחנו ממשיכים עד שנחסל את החמאס.
stop until we eliminate the Hamas and bring back the hostages. And I also said it's not just our war, it's your war as well. This is the...
It's not our war, it is your war. You have to pay for it, you have to go and fight it, you have to bleed for it. And a couple of weeks later, this is what's going on. Biden vows to respond to deadly attack, fears widening war. Oh, you don't say. You fear now the widening war. Okay. Folks, before I go on, I just want to apologize. Yesterday we had planned for doing a live stream with Matt Bracken. Forgot about a big NFL game or something like that. I don't follow. I was actually following the rugby sevens in Perth, which Argentina won. Great. That's a lot more entertaining, at least for me. But NFL, American football, was a big day apparently yesterday, so we postponed it until next weekend. So next weekend, if everything goes well, we'll be chatting about all of this stuff going on with Matt. But this is just, I mean, it is, first of all, it is so predictable. It is your war, really? Okay. It's strange how it is, because, and don't get me wrong, any loss of life is tragic, especially when it's innocent men, women, and children. It's not just children and women. Men also are valuable. If you're innocent and there's no reason for you to be killed, then why? It's still messed up. But the idea of the United States getting into a war in the Middle East, as Netanyahu said, it is your war. What, against Gaza? There's really nothing left there. There's just rubble and a bunch of starving people at this point, right? What is it you're going to be fighting there? Are they going to be sending American troops into what, Gaza? I think that a lot of people don't realize what Gaza is. I don't think they've looked at it in a map. I am certain that people only now looked at it in a map and maybe now realize how tiny that little strip of land actually is. It is incredible. And the way it's been bombed into rubble, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. It's probably some kind of record of 22,000 bombs in that amount of area. I don't know if such a small concentration of land has been bombed that much before. I was looking up, it is incredible. But what? You're going to be sending troops to what? Gaza? Of course not. There's no room. There's no point. There's just, that's not going to be it. So what is it? The Houthis going to be bombing the Houthis and Yemen, starting a war in Yemen. Okay. Yeah, because that will not go exactly like Afghanistan all over again. This is a place that has been, famine in Yemen. It's a thing that's been going on for years. The Arabs are bombing the crap out of that place with American weapons, of course. And what? They just seem to get stronger in the area. They seem to have even more power than before. So what exactly is the plan here? Now, what, start a war with Iran? The deaths of 3 troops from a drone strike has thrust America deeper into the Mideast conflict, giving fresh urgency to securing the release of the... I just cannot even read this anymore. It's downright embarrassing. The way the media tries to manipulate people, it is just incredible. But you know what this is about? It is about you giving a heck of a lot about the people in Gaza, about the people in Israel, about the Houthis or the Iranians. You know what I see personally? I see that this is yet another way in which they will take advantage of all of us. And there's going to be a lot of people displaced. There's going to be ending up in a number of places doing a number of crazy shit that could have been perfectly avoided. So you'll have more waves of refugees going towards Europe. You will have more people willing to do insane things, crazy vengeance crap like we've seen before because of reasons that will never be completely understood, or we just don't give much of a damn about, but it still impacts our lives. But above all, it's gonna be yet another Ukraine-Russia bullshit stealing of our money. This is gonna be more inflation, more contracts with money that they keep on printing nonstop. Every time Raytheon gets another contract, every time they sell another screw, another bolt that would cost $1 bought through AliExpress, but because it's through the military contracts, it's worth $1,000. Every time they spend another $1 trillion on all of this, they just keep on printing money that the entire world has to pay for. The entire world that is based on the US dollar, we all get fucked. We all get screwed because there's no other way of paying for that. This is the exact same thing that happened in Argentina, where I've talked so much about this. When you look at what happens in a place like this, you have now President Javier Milei, which you may like more or less, but one of the things that Milei says, and it's very accurate, and you know it should be true, is the more money you print, the more inflation you have, the more you steal from the people, and the less it's worth. And the more you have to print if you expect to do anything with that, if you are in charge, if you are part of the government or the elite that manages the government. So for these guys to give themselves trillions and trillions of dollars through these contracts, justified by the wars that they often stop themselves, we are the ones that will bleed and sweat and work our asses off over it. It doesn't matter if it's on a country level, like in the case of Argentina. It doesn't matter if it's on a global scale, like the US dollar. The more of this money they print, the more inflation we have. Oh, it's Putinflation. Old Biden said that the price of gas was going up because of Putin, because of Russia. No, Russia can be blamed for a ton of things that they've started and are responsible for, no doubt about that. But the inflation, the printing of money, the non-stop spending, justified because of different crises, because of COVID, because of wars here and there, because of the Houthis, because of the Palestinians, because of whatever bullshit they now try to sell us, we will all be poor thanks to that. Guys, prepare while you still can. You have surviving the economic collapse. You have street survival skills, which I strongly recommend, so to be ready for the times we're already living in and the ones to come. See you next time.